Welcome to Mile First, the podcast with certified master hypnotist, health, life, and breathwork coach, published author, Reiki master, and sound healing practitioner Linda Matthews. Experience her show as Linda brings you the deep healing magic, holistic tools, and resources to encourage balance, harmony, and creative flow in all aspects of your life. Focusing awareness on the big four: motivation, inspiration, love, and enlightenment. So now please welcome Linda Matthews.
Welcome, Mile Thrivers, to Unlocking Authentic Conversations. We're going to be using the DARE method for deeper connections. I think this is going to be something really cool. It's going to help in all aspects of life, whether it's your intimate romantic relationship, your relationship with your family members, your children, parents, boss, co-workers, pretty much anybody, friends, your circle, anyone within your circle, this is going to help you with. So if you're not interested in that, you know what to do. But I think most of us could use at least a little help in this department. And why not make your life easier? That's what I always say. All right. So welcome to Unlocking Authentic Conversations. We're going to explore the art of communication and its impact on all of our relationships. Today, we're going to be diving deep into a transformative communication technique known as the DARE method. I love this. It's designed to enhance our interpersonal skills and encourage authentic connection. And I'm going to tell you, in all honesty, I always thought I was a decent communicator, at least decent, pretty good, in fact. However, in my youth, I had a lot of trouble having difficult conversations. In fact, I avoided them at all costs because they were so uncomfortable. So if that's an issue that you're having, just know help is on the way. So whether you're in your 30s, your 40s, or beyond, this method could revolutionize the way that you engage with others. That's what we're here to do. We're here to improve our life any way that we can, with as many skills, techniques, concepts, ideas, opening our minds to alternatives that will work better. Right? Coping mechanisms. I love that. So what exactly is the DARE method? This framework stands for describe, acknowledge, request, and engage. Absolutely. 4 powerful steps that are going to help you express all of your thoughts much more clearly, your feelings much more powerfully, and genuinely in conversations. That is exactly what we're going to do here. So number 1, of course, we just said is describe. Start by describing your observations. What are you observing during this conversation? But do this, please, without judgment, because once you bring judgment in, the other person's defense mechanisms are going to automatically go up. And we're trying really hard to avoid that because we want this communication to yield results. We want it to be a feel-good thing by the end. Everybody gains something. It's going to be a win-win. That's the whole purpose of implementing the DARE method. Awesome. So in order to do that, we're going to be using I statements. I'm kind of sensing that you might be uncomfortable about this conversation. I know I am too. I think it's best if we handle it right away. Things like that are going to make your communication move so much more easily and fluidly. And again, you want the other person to know that you are on their side. So this communication you're having is a team effort. It's not one person talking at the other person. It's having a conversation together. That's what's going to make this very, very successful. So you want to use those I statements in relationship to what you're actually observing is going on. I'm feeling a little tense. I'm seeing by your body language that you might be feeling a little tense also. Is that the case? Things like that. That's going to make it so much easier, and it's going to remove a lot of the resistance going on in the conversation. Okay, number 2. Acknowledge. Acknowledge the other person's feelings or perspective. Every single human being on this planet needs validation. They need some type of validation. And it's when we try to invalidate someone else's thoughts, feelings, or perspective, things don't go well. Things don't go well. And you're not going to get the end result that you're looking for. And that's really what this is all about. This is a proven technique to get the end result you're looking for. I'm going to say it again because it's such an important part of what we're doing. And because as human beings, we learn through repetition. So hearing something more than once helps it to sink in, especially to our subconscious mind, so much better. So much better. So in doing this, in acknowledging this other person, what are you doing, right? You're showing empathy and opening the door for deeper understanding between the two of you. Love this. Absolutely love this. We cannot emphasize this enough. I cannot emphasize this enough to you. Number 3, request. After acknowledging, witnessing what's going on, acknowledging their perspective, right? We want to make a clear request for what we need or desire in the conversation. That is key, because if you don't make that clear request, it might seem elusive. What is it exactly that you're looking to accomplish with this conversation? The other person may feel, well, this is just nagging or just a personal attack, right? And that's not it at all, right? Maybe it's, okay, let's use the workplace for an example. Maybe you're looking to clarify exactly how much time you need to spend in one area of your work responsibilities. So in the conversation, it might look like this. You might say, "Hi, boss John. Hope you're having a good day today. I just have a couple of questions for you that I need to ask. And I notice already you look a little tense, and I'm feeling a little awkward about this conversation, but I think it's really important that I clarify what my responsibilities are and the time frame it's supposed to take me so that I can work better and accomplish the goals that we're looking to accomplish quicker and easier for a smoother workplace. I hope you're okay with that." So now you've just requested more information. You've requested him to be a little open and not be on edge so that you can get the information that you need so that you can work better and the workplace is going to be running smoother for everybody. What a great thing. All right. So we need to do that because the other person's not necessarily going to understand where you're going with this. And this goes for intimate conversations, personal conversations, just as much, if not more, than it does in the workplace. It can also apply to at school conversations, right? An after school activity, Sporting event, maybe you and the coach don't understand what your kid's role is supposed to be, and you want to have a conversation with the coach without stepping all over the coach's toes, right? So requesting exactly what you're looking to accomplish in the conversation is key to make that happen in a more fluid and smooth way. It's exactly what we want to do. All right, excellent. And number 4, engage, right? So the DARE method. Engage. We want to engage the person in a way that invites. It's inviting to their collaboration, but also to their feedback. All right, so we're not doing this in a way that's going to cut them off mid-sentence. We're engaging in a way that makes them feel comfortable to speak as well. When the other person feels comfortable speaking, you definitely have more of a collaboration in your communication, and it's going to yield so much better results. So by following these steps, you are not only enhancing your communication skills, but also making your interaction more authentic and meaningful to the other person. So now, instead of rating this communication as a 2, 3, or 4, they're going to bump this communication up to a 7, 8, or 9 in importance because you've approached them in a much better way. It's a cleaner way to have a communication. All right. So moving on, now that we've clarified exactly what the DARE method is, moving on, we're going to talk about the power of authenticity in communication. Very, very important thing. Let's discuss this. Let's discuss how authenticity is essential to all of our interactions. If you're not truly being yourself in the present moment, you're missing everything. Everything. It's all about being you, being true to you, okay? And I'm here. Let's clarify that. I'm here for you. I'm not here for me. I'm not here to listen to myself speak. I'm here to help you dial in and make those communications so much more effective so you feel good at the end of every interaction that you have, and you're allowed to be your authentic self. So important. So important. So why is authenticity essential in these interactions? Number 1, it shows your interpersonal skills. Authentic communication fosters those interpersonal skills, and it deepens connections from one human being on this level to another. Super important, because we're all human beings. Even if you're trying to have a conversation with your 3-year-old, we're all human beings, right? So they have a right to be heard as well, right? So holding space for them. So this is very important. When you speak honestly and openly, you invite other people to do the same for you. Excellent. That is so good. This creates a safe space for dialogue. A lot more information is going to be passed between you in a lot less time. So it's also going to be a big time saver for you. This is particularly important in today's fast-paced world. I talk about today's fast-paced world all the time because let's face it, this is what's going on. This is not the olden times where you lived on a farm and you spoke to 3 people a day. This is a time where you perhaps speak to hundreds of people in a day, right? Even if it's via texting, even if it's a phone call, even if it's email, right? You're speaking to a lot of people every single day, in addition to those that you are speaking to directly. So it's important to use these skills in such a good way. The next reason authenticity is so important is because it builds trust. It builds trust. The know, like, trust factor, I like to call it. And anybody who's done a little bit of self-help work knows what the know, like, trust factor is. it means the other person values what you have to say because they trust not only what you're saying, but who you are as a person. And that is huge. So when others see you being genuine, it's only going to add to that trust factor. It's going to help them to say, wow, here is Linda having this conversation with me, and she's being so honest. She's being herself. Of course, I'm going to listen to what she has to say. And knowing from a person who is listening to this podcast that this type of communication is going to speed along this conversation, you're not going to be stuck there for hours to listen to what the person has to say. So that's really important because you may not have that much time in your day. And let me add this in, being authentic is very, very important. So if you know you are lacking time to really have this important communication, I would initially, upon the onset of the conversation, be honest with the other person and say, I really want to hear what you have to say, but I've only got about 15 minutes. Can this conversation happen in that time? Because I know it's valuable. And that's going to help speed along the process for your day, because it's going to keep you from running too long in the conversation. And it's going to keep you from starting to get antsy because you know you're running too long in the conversation, and so you're losing your patience with the person. So it's going to prevent that from happening. And you will notice as you do this, you will be much more likely to have that other person mirror your behavior. They will see what you're doing. They will be comfortable with what you're doing, and they will start to mirror your behavior back to you. And that shows a lot of respect, right? So that's important. This reciprocal nature, very, very important. It can lead to a profound growth in the relationship. And that's a wonderful thing as well. Trust also reduces defensiveness and allows for greater vulnerability in the conversation. And again, I'm going to reiterate that this is any kind of communication in any kind of aspect of your life or relationships, right? Again, could be your boss, could be your friend, could be your mom, your sister. It works in all relationships, works in all situations, so it's wonderful. So it reduces that defensiveness and allows for greater vulnerability, enhancing the intimacy of the conversation, again, whether in friendships, family matters, or in a romantic relationship. And how great is that in a romantic relationship? Because you really want to feel heard. Some relationships, it might be more crucial for you to feel heard than others. Again, a good practice in any relationship, though. The next thing on our list is it will help you to navigate conflict. Building that trust, right, is going to help you navigate conflict. It's going to help you manage conflicts authentically, which becomes crucial. And the older you get in life, the more apparent that will be. It will become more and more obvious to you the older you get. The DARE method can help clarify issues without escalating the tension between parties. By focusing on describing your feelings rather than attacking others, you can resolve disputes constructively. Love that. Absolutely love that. So practical application of the DARE method. Let's move on to this now. And again, really important. I like to go into practical application because I think it's so helpful for people who may not realize exactly the technique I'm discussing, or may not quite understand how it works in a real life scenario. So that's why we're going to go into this right now. All right, so imagine you're feeling overlooked by a friend who often cancels their plans with you. Instead of getting angry, let's use the DARE method for this instance. All right, so you begin the conversation. Sally, hi Sally, how are you? I've noticed that you've canceled our last 3 meetups. Describe. We're going to acknowledge now. I understand that you've been really busy with work and everything. I know life sometimes just gets in the way. Number 3, request. Can we try to set maybe a specific day when we both can ensure that we have the time for each other? Perfect request. It's not a blame shift. It's not a complaint. It's a simple request. And number 4, engage. I really enjoy our time together and would love to make this happen. Would you mind? Perfect. Because again, they're not feeling attacked in any way. They're feeling you're on their side, and that's perfect for the scenario. All right, this structured approach is not just effective, but also paves the way for an open and constructive dialogue between two, ensuring both parties do feel heard and feel valued. Very, very important. All right, scenario 2. I'm going to use another workplace scenario. So I think that's very helpful for a lot of people. It seems that in the workplace, much more often than not, uncomfortability arises. People don't want to say something that's on their mind. They don't want to get into trouble. They don't want to start a conflict. So I think this is a good place for us to go with this. And we want to still, again, communicate authentically. So number 1, describe. Let's describe the situation. John, in yesterday's meeting, I noticed my project ideas weren't recognized. Number 2, acknowledge. I understand it was a very busy meeting and things sometimes can get mixed up. Request. Could we find a way to ensure that everybody's contributions are highlighted during the meetings? And engage. I think this could create a more positive environment for all of us. I know I'll feel much more comfortable. Perfect. And that didn't even take that much time, right? You got to the point, clear and concise, got to the point. Beautiful. All right, so overcoming barriers in authentic communication. I think that's something that we do need to focus on as well, because a lot of people have difficulty in overcoming maybe a coping skill that they learned as a child or in their first job, or maybe they were shut down by a lot of other people. So we need to try to learn how to overcome the barriers in authentic communication. And while the DARE method is super effective, barriers often hinder our communication. Let's discuss just a few of the common barriers and how to overcome them. That can be very helpful. Fear of vulnerability, that is the number 1 barrier. Many people fear being open due to past experiences or fear of being judged. I know that was definitely something for me. So that vulnerability was not happening because I was afraid. Recognize that this fear is there is the first step to overcoming it. So be real with yourself, okay? There's no one else in the room except you and I, okay? Be real with yourself. There's no reason to be defensive about it. Just take a solid inventory and we can move forward, right? So start small. Practice with close friends. Practice with people that you trust first. And if you do that before addressing more complex discussions, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel more empowered to start with. And your results are going to come much quicker, clearer, and you're going to feel good. And that's what I want for you. I want you to feel good. right? All right, the second common barrier is misinterpretation of intent. Sometimes even the best of intentions can be misinterpreted. And I find that this happens probably more in interpersonal conversations, interpersonal relationships, or in the intimate relationships, right? So your partner, your conversation with your partner might be understood. It's always good to clarify, because even if you know each other for 40 years, right? Even if you're together and you're happy all that time, please don't assume the other person can read your mind and therefore knows your intentions. That's where we run into trouble. So by following the DARE method, you can clarify your intentions up front. And that will help the other person to understand you better and be more open. Allow themselves to be more vulnerable so that more can be accomplished during the conversation. It's also going to lessen the chance considerably for misinterpretation. That's important too. That's what we want. And the third thing that causes a lot of difficulty is cultural differences. Not to be underestimated here, okay? Different cultures have varying standards for communication style, right? Some cultures are no nonsense, just the facts, right? My dad, German, very German, just the facts, just the facts. He didn't want to hear about the emotions. He didn't want to hear about any of that stuff. He really wanted just the facts. Okay, so cultural differences can make a big impact here on how the conversation goes. Be aware and respectful of these differences. Do your best. The DARE method can still be applied, but ensure you are adaptable in your approach. Adaptability is huge. In pretty much any given situation, it's going to give you more freedom. I know that sounds maybe counterintuitive, but adaptability will give you ultimately much more freedom. That's why I encourage that for you. All right, fabulous. So that's pretty much what I have to discuss today for the DARE method. I think it's a wonderful method. It's so effective. Practice it. And like I said, practice with people you feel very close to first, and move on from there. A little bit of success, incremental change is going to push you forward in a wonderful, wonderful way. So it is clear that mastering this DARE method not only enhances our communication skills, but can truly transform our relationships. You're going to notice it even in your closest relationships. People are going to feel more heard. They're going to be more open to you all the time. Authenticity in communication builds trust and fosters connection. And that, again, is a very important thing. Now, imagine yourself being the boss in the situation. If you cannot communicate effectively with your staff, you may end up losing your staff. I had a client recently who had that happen. She was so rigid in her communication. She felt that everybody was being paid so well, they owed her something. And the staff still needs fluent communication with you in order to be effective. So learning that is going to be to your advantage. I don't care where you're sitting on this table, I'm going to call it. I don't care where you're sitting at the table, the head of the table, the foot of the table, or somewhere in between. It's going to benefit you. All right, authenticity, again, builds trust and fosters connection. These are essential components in our busy life. I encourage you to try the DARE method in all of your interactions, but certainly in your next difficult interaction, whether it's friends, family, colleagues. You might be surprised how impactful it can be and how much you're going to be succeeding in getting all of your messages through. Fabulous. Fabulous. All right. Thank you for tuning in. If you have enjoyed this episode on unlocking authentic communication and conversations using the DARE method, please subscribe, like, and share it. There is nothing better. There's no better gift that you can give someone else than a technique that's going to help them better their lives. So if you've enjoyed this discussion, I'm so thrilled to have you here. I appreciate you. I honor you for taking the time out of your day for yourself, for self-improvement, and just for learning something new. Being open to learning is huge. So I applaud you for that. Share your experiences with the DARE method. Send me an email. Put a comment below in the comment box. I love to hear everything you have to say. And if you have any other topics that you would like for me to cover, please bring them forward. I love to hear it, and I will take everything to heart. I will put it forward. Excellent. Let's continue to build those deeper connections together. All right. Again, thank you for joining. This has been Mile First Podcast. I'm Linda Matthews, and I honor you, each and every one of you. Until next time, namaste.
You have been watching Mile First, the podcast with Linda Matthews. Tune in each week as Linda will remove the blinders that keep you stuck and unable to reach that feeling of joy in all areas of your life experience. The road to stress-free living is one step at a time. Download the Mile First app free today.